Hey everybody, how's everyone doing? I'm doing all right. Actually, glad I'm home today so I can get some shit done. Oh, we're gonna talk about this, Sam. I'm gonna put my camera on in 1 second, y'all. I just got home, so I gotta change and I gotta set this room up for this virtual performance. Hopefully, I can fix up this video software, man, because that shit kind of made me mad last night. Which is why I wanted this to go live last night too. Just to let everybody know, the beef episode for Jada and Beanie Siegel is going to be 7 o'clock tomorrow. Thank God that it's actually going through and stuff like that. Um, Also, tomorrow we're going to talk about Dr. Dre's Compton album. Hey, Antoine. Me and Kuji are going to do a What the Fuck video filming tomorrow, too. Okay. You said Charleston White is an asshole? I heard that name. Hold on. Let me do Charleston White. What did Charleston White do? Cause I heard that name in the internet. Hey Hector. Well, let me know. Let me let BJ know we live. Hold on. Just to let everybody know, I do have an interview. I was supposed to have done earlier today, but he is running some technical difficulties, so I'm gonna put that on hold for the time being. Shout out to my homie Homestead. Oh Lord. So I knew this day was gonna come. Somebody gotta say some slick shit about somebody that just recently died. So let's just give him his 15 minutes of shame right now. He dissed the Nation of Islam. Oh wow. And you a Trump supporter. Oh, you just asking for a suicide right now. What do you say about DMX? Besides, what does he ever do? Is he a rapper or is he a what? Cause all these motherfuckers I just be seeing on Vlad. I'm just like, how the hell y'all got famous? Like no cap. No, I had to what's send it to me if you can. That's one thing I'm gonna start doing. I'm gonna start putting like the social media handles like me and Tries and Ashley's and stuff like that. You say he's from Texas and this the East? Oh wow. Not Texas. You say I don't feel sorry for DMX. Well, your career ain't gonna go nowhere, so I don't feel sorry for you. Calling him a crackhead. Oh Jesus, crackhead. Crackhead. Oh wow. Oof. What do you say about George Floyd and Breonna Taylor? And Pac said it the best. Fear me, y'all's quiet when I'm alive, but y'all fear my spirit and shit like that when I'm dead. Y'all talk all that shit when you dead and shit. So he said it the best. Pac never lies. Okay. Okay, almost, y'all. Almost. Just got home. I want to make sure I don't have to get back up because shut them down and let them go. Oh no, that's a Rough Riders road. Stop. Shut them down and let them go. Oh no, that's a Rough Riders road. Niggas wanna try. Niggas wanna. Young niggas wanna want. Who's ready for the Richard Pryor review? Oh wow, shit. What's up, Antoine? I'm possibly gonna film the next CD recap either tonight or tomorrow. Because while I'm doing the review, I'm gonna be doing some homework too. So yeah, that's why I'm kind of in a rush. Hopefully, Try can get here as soon as possible. Oh yeah, that Drake Compton. I gotta listen to the album tonight and tomorrow. Okay. Yeah, Scarface was one of the first Southern rappers to get respect from the East. The East Coast ain't got no love for that. Dre and Snoop Dogg. Y'all don't love us. Y'all don't love us. Y'all don't love us. Snoop also loves Dana Dane too. Cinderella. Niggas don't remember that Dana Dane. Cinderella. The way he flipped that brick sample too, man. I love the way he flipped that sample. We know y'all the East Coast. We know where the fuck we at. West Coast represent. I mean, the family got the right to speak. You know, some days I like this album more than Lifestyles, and some days I don't. But stay tuned on that. I'll be right back. I'm gonna boil some water right quick. you go. There you go. There you go. There that dude go.
Yo,
What's up?
what's good?
Nothing much. Just getting home, getting myself adjusted, getting this shit together for this performance.
That's what's up. Oh yeah, yeah. What happened with the show?
What show?
The show that you had planned. You said you was doing the performances and stuff like with the green screen.
Oh yeah. What I told you last night, my software where I do all of my pre-recording, the
Right.
playback is going slow. So that's why I was so in a rush to finish up this Beanie Siegel and Jadakiss episode so I can just delete everything and shit like that.
Oh,
So
okay.
hopefully I can fix that shit. But if not, I don't know what I'm gonna do. So, but this shit's gonna get
Antoine
done.
was good. Hmm?
This shit's getting done tonight, bro.
What up, Antoine, Sam, Ronnie, Christian was good. Hector, what's good, man? Q, what up?
Hey, yo, you heard what Charleston White said about DMX?
Who?
Some rapper named Charleston White.
I don't know. I never heard of him before.
Same, that's what I said. He pretty much said that he was a crack addict and shit like that, yada yada yada.
Puffy's reaching out to Black Rob. Is he? I mean, that's the least he could do after robbing his artist. He need to hook him up with some money in a house and all that.
What happened?
Puffy reaching out to Black Rob.
Oh wow.
It's just a hat. I have many hats. For some reason, I think when I wear different hats other than New York, people feel like I'm betraying my team or something. I have a hat collection, so I'm gonna wear many different hats.
Nigga, I have a New York hat, man. What's up?
Right, and you from Carolina? Where's your Carolina Tar Heels hat or your what y'all got the Hornets? That's your home team for NBA.
Yeah.
You not a Hornets fan?
To be honest, not like that. That's real
No.
shit.
Your Hornets might have a chance making the playoffs this year.
Yeah, I know. That's what I heard.
Y'all got the rookie of the year right now with Lonzo. What's his name? Not Lonzo. LaMelo Ball.
Oh shit.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Who made it potato salad? That's Reg's movie. I don't know nothing about that.
But I don't even have a favorite character in that movie, yo. I really don't have a favorite character. I was
Charleston
watching.
White, this the Nation of Islam. Who the hell is Charleston White?
That's what I'm saying.
I don't know him. Never heard of him. Oh, Antoine is from South Carolina. My ex live in Sumter, South Carolina. She's down
Yeah,
there.
I was just in South Carolina weeks ago, bro.
Yeah, I never went down there before. I know they used to have a bike week down there. People do too much put words on the fitteds. I love the words on the fitteds. That makes it dope. They used to have that back in the day. They need to go back to that, like putting the actual team names on the fitteds. He's a YouTuber. Never heard of him. Do you like coconut shrimp? I don't eat seafood, but I don't know about Reg.
I hate coconut and I hate shrimp.
I
Well,
eat salmon. I do eat salmon, but like it's levels to this. I want to try see if I can try like lobster and stuff, but I'm not into seafood like that.
same. Well, I gotta show you something. Hold on.
Yeah.
Check this out.
Ah. Oh shit! I never seen that before. That's dope. Where did you get that one?
Oh, I ordered it off Amazon years ago.
I like that.
I got this printed myself.
That's dope. I like that. Oh, you got it
Yeah.
engraved yourself and all that?
Yeah.
That's dope. That's a hat I wouldn't mind rocking. Like I never seen no tribe hats before, like with their logo, like the red and green, little people dancing and shit. Yeah, I got the Giants one. Like I like the words, the team words on the front of it. Like the logos is cool too, depending on the logo, but like the team name is really dope.
All right. What if Jay-Z appeared on Belly?
The first one,
Yeah.
he can't act though. I've seen him in State Property. He wasn't good.
Nigga,
I
he
don't think
wasn't
he
even
would do
acting.
it. Jay Z he's not going for Hollywood. That's not his thing. You know, that
You
wasn't
ready
his
for this?
thing.
You ready for this top 5 hood movies and shit?
When we doing that?
I'm gonna sort it out tonight.
We're like backed up on like recording shit. We didn't do conflicted yet, and
Yeah, we're doing
um
we're doing conflicted with the top 5 hood movies.
okay, and City of Lies. I want to do
That's
that.
that's gonna be this week.
Uh, what's some other shit we were supposed to record? Fitted or Snapback? I don't know. I like both because I have both. So like snapbacks are good when you want it like actually fitted for your head, and then like the fitteds, like you can just adjust it without having to measure your head and go through all that stuff.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I grew up on both of them, so I like both of them.
Same. I got fedoras too, so
I prefer for fitteds though. I prefer the baseball ones because like the actual ones that the team wear on the field, I prefer those. But for snapbacks, I like like the collegiate ones, the NBA ones, NFL hockey.
I feel you.
I might have to do a show on that, yo.
Oh, I'm
I've been
down.
wanting to show my collection. I haven't done it yet, and I know like there's like some fitted podcasts that they show off their collections and battle each other. So I might have to actually do a show for that.
Niggas battle each other with snapbacks and fitteds.
Yeah,
Oh wow.
yeah, it's a big thing. Like if you're a hat collector and you're in like that hat community, like they battle each other like how we battle with beats, they battle with hats. And I've seen it. It's like the collectors like they got like some out of print stuff from like years ago, different styles and designs and stuff. So
Well, we can do that on your channel though.
yeah,
Because when I tell you I got snapbacks and fitteds and hats and bucket hats too. Oh
yeah.
man.
Michael Jordan is the goat. I love Jordan as a player, but I couldn't stand him when he played my Knicks. But you know, um, like the nostalgia of like seeing the different logos from back then. Like they always look good on a hat. So Sam said he got his COVID vaccine yesterday.
Yeah, he told me.
Posthumous
Yeah, everybody.
albums. Which ones?
I heard it doing another 5 posthumous album.
For who?
5
For
Dog.
Fife? Oh wow.
Yeah.
How much unreleased stuff did he have though? Like did he leave?
That's what I'm trying to figure out.
What do you think about DMX music blowing up after he died? It's not surprised that's what happens. Now you got people selling his albums for ridiculous amounts of money. They do it to everybody. Prince, they doing it too. Michael hasn't. It hasn't hit Michael though for some reason.
What?
Like his albums going up in price. Like all of his albums are still available. Well, at least the solo stuff, right? The Jackson 5 stuff is out of print. But
I mean, his stuff has always been high in sales even before he died.
no, but I mean like even after he died, like none of his stuff they wasn't selling Thriller for like a huge amount of money. Like you can still get his stuff on Amazon. It's still available.
All right, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like Prince, you can't get none of his stuff. Right? All his shit is going in, and then like his estate is re-releasing the stuff in deluxe editions now, and then those are going for like a lot of money. You know, John Lennon. People like Jimi Hendrix, people like that. You know what I'm saying? Like I used to have, I had a cousin from the Caribbean that used to come up here, because he was a huge Jimi Hendrix fan, and that's all he would hunt for is Jimi Hendrix music, whatever they had available or out of print stuff.
He's
You know,
another
and he was
artist. Oh, go
huh?
ahead.
No, I was saying that he was doing that since like '98. He was hunting for like Jimi Hendrix music.
Oh wow.
You know, stuff on VHS or DVD from that's Hendrix. So he's a huge Hendrix nut.
I can't blame him. Hendrix is the GOAT.
Right.
But I'm ready to
Yeah,
start whenever
man.
you are.
Yeah, let's go.
What's up, you two? How's everyone doing this lovely Wednesday night? It's your boy Reg in the building. Got my homeboy Try with me.
What up?
And this has been requested plenty of times. Even though we were already planning on doing this, it's Big L with the Big Picture. This was released on 2000 under Raucous Records, under Flamboyant, under Priority. Singles I was known for are Ebonics, Holding It Down, and Flamboyant. Producers, you have DJ Premier, Von Browse, aka Ether Boy, Ron G, Lord Finesse, Pete Rock, Shomari, Mike Heron, Wise, I don't know if I'm saying his name right, and Showbiz. Guest appearances include Tupac, posthumously, of course, AG, Miss Jones, Stan Smith, Fat Joe, Coogee Rap, Big Daddy Kane, Guru, Shout Out X, OC, and Remy Ma. Alright, so after the release of Lifestyles of the Point, the album was like a moderately successful album, to say the least, to be real with you. And so I want to say that Columbia Records dropped him from the label because
One
they felt
album?
like, yeah,
Wow.
because they were trying to go for that commercial sound, and they didn't really like Big L's like rapping style and stuff like
Right.
that. And even Big L said that they didn't really know how to market him well, to be real with you.
They
So
didn't. Yeah.
and he was working on the Big Picture starting in '97. But while he was doing that, he was appearing on, guest appearances. Of course, OC's song "Dangerous" from the Jewels album, which I know a lot of people love that song, but I really don't care for it like that.
You don't like Dangerous? What?
I don't like the beat.
Are you
I don't.
serious?
Nah,
Wow.
and when we talked about this in Jewels, I said that was like probably like my least favorite song. Lyrically, it's dope, but that beat, it didn't really fit the album. Nah.
I love that. I love that song.
Like that beat, that's more for like Jay-Z, like in my Lifetime Volume 1.
Right.
Hell, even Volume 2, Hard Knock Life, I would have accepted that on that. But when OC Jewels, it just had that island kind of sound with the rug. You know how I'm getting there, but excuse me. But fast forward to 1998, he made his own independent label called Flamboyant Entertainment. And so he pretty much wanted to base that label off the underground hip hop scene. And so that's when he dropped his single Ebonics, which we're going to talk about Ebonics. Because that shit, whoo. And so by late 98, early 99, he was in the process of signing to Rockefeller Records and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? And Big L, he pretty much wanted his whole crew to sign. You know what I'm saying? So they were really going to sign Big L, Herb McGruff, C-Town, and Jay-Z, and they were going to be known as a group called the Wolfpack. But unfortunately, that would have never happened because on February 15, 1999, Big L was unfortunately killed, in his hometown in Harlem. He was shot 9 times in the face and chest in a drive-by shooting. And so it was like one of his childhood friends, Gerald Woodley, he actually was the one that got arrested 3 months after the crime and stuff like that.
How did how did they manage to shoot him that many times if it was a drive by? Were they going real slow or were they going like
I
that's
mean,
crazy.
ironically, I didn't even know he was shot 9 times. Because ironically,
I didn't
50
know it
was
was that
shot.
many. Nine
Yeah, I
nine
thought he was.
times. That's like somebody just walking up on you and doing it like from a drive by.
Yeah,
It's crazy. It wasn't
and
even
so
for him, right? It was for his brother.
it was for his brother.
Yeah.
And so there's like been like a lot of controversy over his death, like over the years and stuff like that. Which I don't really want to talk about it now because I really want to focus on his legacy and his music, to be honest.
Right.
So his manager actually finished his album and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? And so they got it distributed from Ruckus Records because at that time Ruckus was still at its prime. Like I want to say like 2002. That's when after Tyler Quality's Quality, that's when it fell through, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Ironically, but
Talib, Talib's only good album.
right.
His only good
But
solo album. No, I don't want to say that. I like Beautiful Struggle, but it's not great.
I want to say I don't want to say he sold out until like the 20 teens, in my opinion.
Huh?
20. After that, the 20 teens, he sold out.
He sold out?
Yeah.
What you mean sold out? Like he went for radio?
Yeah, like he tried to do all that trap shit, like doing something with Gucci.
Shit, I haven't. Did he? I haven't heard a Talib album in years. So
Gutter
he,
Rainbows out. Oh my god.
ironically, not that now that you bring that up, like he is coming out with an album with Diamond D. It's called they're a group together. They're a group known as the Gotham. And so far, everything I've heard is good. It's like Diamond D, boom bap, nothing commercial about it. They got like 2 singles out right now. I think the album is dropping in June. I want to say like May or June is dropping.
Oh
And
wow.
I didn't even know. I didn't know he had he was doing an album with Diamond D. But I got the YouTube notification like for they like the video that they had dropped.
Mm.
That's a good look. Like Diamond D is gonna make sure he sounds like the Tyler we know. It's not gonna be shit that he was doing with Gucci Man or whatever, or that other crap he was doing in the past.
Well, I still only support Talib like that.
Right.
So even if you with Diamond D, I don't give a fuck.
I feel you. Talib do get crazy with his fans, and he needs to understand that without your fans, we make you. You know what I'm saying? Without your fans, it's like you wouldn't even be known like that.
Exactly. But other than that, this is the album cover right here. Very, very dope album cover. Just something symbolic with the crucifix hanging around his neck and shit like that. I don't know, just something symbolic about that.
Mm-hmm.
No, nothing to it. Just got to definitely love the packaging. Very dope. Got Mirage of all his stuff and stuff like that. Damn, this rain came out of nowhere. Shit. All right. 60 songs. Let's get this shit started. I was just telling everybody, I didn't write any notes for this app review, so I might go off the rim and shit. So fuck it. So track number 1, the Big Picture intro. This was like a little tribute track. It passed like Gangstar performing this song full clip when Primo said Big L, rest in peace, and stuff like that, And then I like it when Lord Finesse throw your L in the air. This ain't no LL Cool J shit, this ain't no LL Cool J. This is Big L represent. You know what I'm saying? So very dope intro. DJ Premier actually did this intro too. And Primo definitely did his thing on this album. I'm gonna be real with you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely a great way to start the album, and you got like the live audience. It sounded like they were at a show somewhere with Bumpy Knuckles was there, and Guru, rest in peace to him, and Primo, and they just was like saluting L and telling the audience to put their L's up, and Bumpy saying when he put his L up in the air, he's like, this ain't for LL Cool J, this ain't for lazy motherfucker, this is for Big L. And that was a great way to show pay homage to L right off the bat. And they played full clip In the beginning of that song, you hear Primo saying, "Rest in peace, Big L," and then the beat drops, and that was a great intro.
Yeah, that was a very good intro
And
too.
I forgot Big L. I forgot Big L was spitting bars on here too. He said, "L will make your dame swallow. Your ice don't shine and your chain hollow. While you fronting clubs with the same bottle, taking midget sips. I run with the richest clicks, tap the thickest chicks, plus drive the sickest six." So some dope
Oof,
lines. You got another beat that dropped by Primo after the full clip piece, and yeah, it was a great intro.
I feel you. And just to let everybody know, since it's rainy, if my Wi-Fi goes off or some shit like that, don't be
Yo, stay
surprised
with
and
me.
shit, because I
Yo,
have a feeling it's gonna go off at some point. But
I will
I'm gonna
entertain
be
them while
prepared.
you're going.
Thank you. I Now we're gonna get into Ebonics. Whew, what a dope song! One of my all-time favorite Big L songs. In my opinion, this was pretty much his version of Smooth the Hustler and Trigger the Gambler's Broken Language. If you guys get my drift,
Right.
he's pretty much explaining rap slang. It's something simple. He just explained what rap slang is to let the casual listener. I love the line where he says, "A radio is a box, a razor blade is an ox, Fat Diamonds is rocks, and Jakes is cops. And if you got robbed, you got stuck. If you got shot, you got bucked." Like, definitely very dope track. He got the hip hop quotable for that first verse too.
Hmm.
So, and I feel like that was well deserved too. So yeah, my opinion, the hip hop quotables they never really get it wrong anyway. So
Right.
yeah,
I remember hearing this. I heard this and Size 'Em Up first. They were they released those as singles first before the album came out, and it was a big song on the underground, and I remember Hot 97 playing it a lot, and um just like his detailed description of like what we call certain things in the hood and in the hip hop community. Like when we would say like a honey dip, that would be like for a chick, a honey dip, or when we say like a Thule, it'd be like a gun or whatever. So like different descriptions for certain things. Like we had our own slang, and if you said that to another person, like they knew what you meant. You know what I'm saying? And
right.
I thought it was a great track, and the beat was dope. The horn loops on here. L saying cribs is homes, jacks is payphones, cocaine is nose candy, cigarettes is bones. If you got AIDS, you got the germ. If a chick gave you a disease, then you got burned. So stuff like that. I like the way that he broke it down, like the explanation of it, and still made it dope. And then like the chorus, I know you like the way I'm freaking it. I talk with slang, and I'ma never stop speaking it. So that was dope. It was definitely like a track that was different for him, and he pulled it off because of his wordplay and everything, and that's definitely a classic song.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you on that. Um, Next track on Ron Brow's Returns Again was Size 'Em Up. Man, this is another very dope track. Just Big L just going in on the mic and stuff like that. Very very dope track. Yeah, man, like I love that beat too. Even though I'm not the biggest Ron Brow's fan like that, some of his production was pretty lit. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Eat the boy. Ron Browse, man, definitely a dope producer. Like the stuff he's done, the Eat the joint for Nas. I always thought that was a great beat, and he's done stuff with Lloyd Banks and with the Locks in them, and Remy Ma. And again, another banger. The beat was dope. The bass line. You got L saying every time I come around, you see your wife grinning. Don't be mad because your career's in the ninth inning. Just a great joint. Like I would have loved to see videos for both this track and Ebonics. I think that would have been like two perfect singles for this album, and it's a shame we didn't get that, but it's definitely a classic song to me.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you on that. Definitely a very classic song. Track number four, Deadly Combination featuring Tupac. Uh, it was alright. It's alright. To be honest with you, it's pretty much like a mashup track.
Hmm.
in the way and stuff like that. Tupac's verse was actually recorded hours before his quad studio shooting, believe it or not.
Oh shit.
And yeah, yeah. So the Ron G definitely did his thing, with the mashup and stuff. So yeah, I felt it was pretty straight. I'm not like
It did.
I know a lot of players like it, but
Mm. The I thought the Pac verse was from like a bigger freestyle cipher or something. I remember hearing his verse, but it was like on another beat, and it was like other people on that song with them, and I think they just took the verse and put it on this track. And like it don't sound like a authentic collab. Like it just sound like they put a Pac verse with a Big L verse, to make it seem like they collab together, and when they never did anything together. You know what I'm saying? Like I love the beat. I thought the beat was dope, and it had like that type of like steel pan melody to it, and I just feel like it wasn't a real collab. Like you could take any verse from Pac now and put it on a song and be like, oh well, I work with him. You know what I mean?
yeah,
So it was cool, but it's not, to me. It's not like an official collab like that.
yeah, I agree with you on that. Shit. What's the next track? What's the next track? So we got 98 freestyle. Pretty dope freestyle. Love that beat. And this is a freestyle I've heard plenty of times over the years and stuff like that. So yeah, man. Pretty dope freestyle. I like it. Yeah, man. Him
Yeah,
and
that's
Lord Finesse.
from. Mhm.
I just like him and Lord Finesse. Yeah, I'm done.
That's from Stretch and Barbito. I remember like taping those freestyles, and I used to have the freestyle he had with Jay Z. Him and Jay Z up at the studio with them, and he was Big L was up on there a couple times. You know what I'm saying? And I taped all of their shows. So I remember this freestyle when it came out, and he was always great at freestyling to me. So
Same.
I like the line he said, fuck all the glamour and glitz. I plan to get rich. I'm from New York and I never was a fan of the Knicks. Well, I am, you know what I'm saying? But I love that line, and yeah, like he was always killing his freestyles though.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you on that. Definitely one of the best freestylers. Um, After that, we got Holding It Down featuring AG, Miss Jones, and Stan Smith. Stan Smith. Yeah, this one was pretty solid and stuff like that. And I definitely felt like Big L and AG definitely did their thing. I never really been a big Stan Smith fan. I'm gonna be honest with you guys
Hmm.
and shit like that. But yeah, this was a pretty straight track. You know what I'm saying?
What was the beef with him and Cameron? I remember Cameron did a diss song to him.
The beef between him and Cameron happened because of the fact that Stan felt that Cameron wasn't really putting him on, and I think he spent like a freestyle aimed
Hmm.
at Cameron. So Cameron did the whole Stan shit, and then the rest is history.
Okay. Yeah, 'cause I remember having like a mixtape like full of diss songs, and the Cam diss song was on there, and some of those disses I never even remember. Like I know Lost Boys had. I remember I told you Lost Boys had beef with. I want to say it was McGruff, Herb McGruff. They had beef with. It was somebody they had beef with, and that same diss song was on there. And I remember the Stan spit. When Stan made the diss song to Cameron. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, yo, I never like, other than this song, I don't really remember Stan. Was he on SDE? Cause I don't really remember Stan spit like that. Like I remember him in the video for this.
I want to say he was on SD, but it's been years since I've heard SD.
Yeah, yeah, I think he was on SDE if I'm not mistaken. But I always like the song. Like Pete Rock is my favorite producer all time. I love the flute sample he had on it and the beat. Big L saying play haters be giving me harsh looks, but I'm trying to sell records like Garth Brooks. AG was dope. Miss Jones, I ain't really care for Miss Jones. I never really cared for her, but she did like hooks on like classic songs like Sugar Hill for AZ and this song. So
Punish
it
Me.
was cool. They're definitely a dope song.
Don't forget Punish Me.
And oh God, you see what I'm talking about? And Punish Me. Another song I don't care for, but that's your girl, Miss Jones. What up, Danny?
Classic song, man. Classic. I don't care what nobody says. That's my shit. But anyway, we're gonna get into the heist. Um, yeah, this song right here. was another one that was produced by Ron Browns too. Very, very, very cool song. You know, this is just Big L kind of getting into his like storytelling kind of mode and shit like that. Very hot joint. I like it.
It was okay. I don't like it that much. It was okay. I think the beat really it don't even sound like a Ron Browns beat to me. You know what I'm saying? Like it
Yo,
sounded more like a beat that maybe Showbiz would have did or Lord Finesse, but I didn't really. I mean, it was okay though.
I feel you. After that, we're gonna get into The Enemy featuring Fat Joe. Love this fucking track, man. This track right here, pretty much, they were talking about, you know, the police brutality, of course, like that, you know, just dealing with like that NYPD and stuff like that too, racial profiling.
Right.
Originally, this was a B side to the DITC song "Internationally Known" from '97
Hmm.
and stuff like that too. So yeah, man. I love Big L's first verse. I drive up and down Harlem blocks, iced out watch knots in my socks. Cops think I'm selling rocks, pulling me over to see if I'm drunk, but I'm sober. They want to fuck with me if I drove a Nova. Like, this is pretty much the closest we'll ever get to Big L doing like a conscious track. To keep it a buck with
Yeah.
you
Hmm.
and stuff, you know what I'm saying? And even Fat Joe's verse was legendary. He even said this was like his favorite verse
Hmm.
he's ever done. So he said some shit like, since Tone deceased, it's almost killed his mama, but I'ma keep doing it what I'm doing, pursuing my dream till there's enough cream to start my own union and shit. And you know, Black Tone was like a friend of Big L and Fat Joe and
Right.
stuff like that. I don't know how he died though, but yeah, man, it's very, very dope,
Oh, you
iconic.
mean Tony?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah,
Yeah, I remember on the back cover of Represent, he had like a mural for Tony because he kept mentioning Tony on that first album. You know what I'm saying? But I never like heard like how Tony died. I'm assuming he got killed or he got gunned down or whatever. But yeah, I remember you used to always talk about Tony on the first album. But yeah, this was one of my favorite tracks. Like this is also on the DITC album from 2000. I got that one, and I always felt like they should have did a video for this. And still talking about police brutality. It's still an ongoing thing. It's a timeless track. I love the way that Big L, like, it was conscious, but he did it in his own way. You know what I'm saying? And without being too
yeah,
preachy and just talking about the cops racially profiling him and them assuming that he was a drug dealer, and like he's saying, like, I drink Cristal, I'm through breaking laws, I don't sell coke anymore, I do tours. So get that flashlight out of my face to bring me down. Them Jakes will do whatever it takes. What up? Them federals got my phone and my house tapped, praying that I fell for the mouse trap. I doubt that. And he's just, again, like, just talking about like how they assuming that he might be pushing a fly ride, and he might be selling coke if he pushing a fly ride, and in his jewelry and his fly clothes and shit like that, which happens all the time to us. It's never gonna stop. Fat Joe killed it as well, and I love the beat by Primo. That is vintage, a vintage Primo beat. The bass line, the scratches. You got like the sign. It sound like a drowning horn in the back, like for the melody, and just a great track.
yeah, very, very, very good track. Um, iconic, man. It's like
Yeah.
definitely one of my favorites.
Yes.
Um, then we're gonna get into Fall Back featuring Cool G Rap. Another very dope collab. Another very dope collab and stuff like that. Cool G Rap definitely did his thing on this track right here. You know, just them going back and forth. You know, I love when Big L says, "I cruise in the GS Lex Cartier Specs Nautica sweats with the fresh Gore-Tex." I mean, that's like some Raekwon Ghostface kind of shit, man. I don't know.
Mm.
That's like a Wu S line, and then, you know they're
That's what we
always
was
into
rocking
that,
back then. The Gore-Tex boots and all that.
right, man?
You know.
But yeah, this was a dope song. Fuck with it.
Yeah. Definitely a dope collab with one of the best G Rap. He had a great verse. Big L had a great verse. He said, I got cheddar to blow, pockets never get low. Bitches sweat me wherever I go. Never bummy, sip rummy, get money. When I hit the honey, she felt the dick in her tummy. Great lines by Big L, a great collab. It's a shame that we couldn't get a video for this. 'Cause I thought it would have been like a really dope vid for this and with Cool G rap and classic track.
Yeah, I definitely hear you on that. Um, Track number 10, Flamboyant. Pretty solid track, you know. This is pretty much him trying to do some new shit, you know, talking about just him being on that braggadocio shit. Also, you know, putting his own label on Flamboyant. Very, very track. I fuck with it.
Yeah, another dope track. One of my favorites on here. I like the beat and the bass line. Big L saying, so back up a bit, give me some elbow space. I represent Harlem World, not Melrose Place. You know, referencing the Melrose Place hit show from the 90s on Fox. And yeah, that was a dope track, and I always liked this track.
Yeah, I definitely feel you. Definitely one of my favorites off this album. And then we're gonna get into
Okay, we lost Reg. How can you get the Tupac? I think it should be on YouTube. You should like just type in like maybe like full like Tupac verse from the Deadly Combination joint. I remember hearing like other people on the song though. It's not like a full song. It's like a cipher or something they did, and they just took Tupac verse and put it on the track with Big L. Like if you ever heard the Biggie what's that Biggie joint On the Road to Riches with Diamond Rings, Real Niggas Do Real Things, that's from a cipher, I believe. Like he didn't, that's not like a real song. Like they just took his verse and then they put it on like the second Puffy album.
my thought about that.
It's all good.
But my thoughts on Casualties of Dice Game. Another storytelling track right there. It pretty much, in my opinion, has like a Biggie, Nas storytelling feel to it. Definitely felt like he was trying to be experimental on that lane right there too. So yeah, I definitely like that song.
Well, that's the joint with Sadat X. I think Sadat X was on that one.
Casualties.
Yeah.
No, the one is called.
Yeah, Casualties was dope. It had a dope beat, like real sinister type of track. It was cool.
Yes. This Wi-Fi is being a dick right now. Track number 12, Platinum Plus, featuring Big Daddy Kane. In my opinion, my favorite track off this album. Primo, definitely, again, Primo, man. This is pretty much like top 5 Primo beats of all time. Top
You
5
think so?
shit, you know.
Top 5 Primo beats
Yeah.
all time? Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
I always love
Out of all the stuff he's done, stuff with J. Rule, Bahamadia, Group Home, Gangstar, MOP, this is like top 5 for you?
I mean, majority of those names you mentioned are in my top 10 too, but when it comes to that's beat, when I first heard this beat by Primo, it just made me like really examine his like genius and shit like that. Just the way how those strings hit and stuff like that, and just those drums,
Right.
like it's just always been a beat that stuck with me in my opinion.
I feel you. So that's one of your favorite Primo beats.
Yeah,
That's dope.
I take it you don't care for this beat like that.
No, I like it. I'm not putting it in top 5 of all time. Hell no. I mean, cause he just dropped so many gems on other albums. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, like The Enemy to me is a better beat than this one. But I love Primo. Like Primo's number 2 after Pete Rock for me. But I feel like I said this like in the past. I feel like a lot of my favorite beats from Primo outside of the Gangstar stuff came from like, you know, the other artists he did, like Bahamadia, KRS One, MOP, Group Home first album, the 2 J. Rule albums. I think that's just like his best production work like ever. Like even bypassing the 2000 stuff. You know.
Mm. Yeah, a little trivia about this track too. Primo originally asked Jay Z to be on the track, but Jay Z declined and stuff.
Oh
So
wow.
yeah,
And wasn't Big L gonna sign with Rockefeller?
yeah.
So why would he decline to be on the album?
I mean, well, it's always a known fact that Jay Z don't really appear on a lot of his artist tracks and shit like that.
This nigga Jay-Z was basically helping Memphis Bleak out. Like every album he was on Memphis Bleak album because Bleak wasn't selling like that. He, you know, like you put a song called Dear Summer on 456 on Memphis Bleak album, not on his own album. On Memphis Bleak album, you put a hidden track with anything on the Truth album for Beanie Siegel. That's not helping his artists out.
True, true, true.
That's crazy.
And I think that's one of the reasons why Primo and Jay really didn't really work a lot together.
Mm.
But I know a lot of rappers say that Primo can be late with certain beats too. So that's something that I've
Right.
kind of on too and shit. So
Hey, you can't rush perfection. You know what I'm saying? Look how long Dre's taking to drop Detox.
yeah.
You
No,
know,
we're not even gonna go there.
you can't rush perfection. It's like it's done when it's done.
Look how long Busta took ELE too.
Right. That to me is a dope album. I don't like the singles he's picking off of it though, but I was satisfied with the outcome, like with the whole theme of the album and everything.
Hmm.
You know. But yeah, Platinum
Yeah.
Plus is oh go ahead, my bad.
Oh no, I'm done.
Platinum Plus is dope. I like it. It's a dope primo track. You know, I like the sinister melody, the boom, it's real boom bap. You got to me, I think Kane killed it. I think Kane actually outdid Big L on this track. You
I
know,
agree.
when he's saying I like his cadence and his flow on here, and when he said you trying to go places, chasing no aces, about nothing, getting low wages, drink Hennessy with no chases. Right hook is like Joe Frazier's. I'm the bodacious. I love his flow on that, and that's the Kane I want to hear. You know what I'm saying? Not all that R&B shit he was doing in the past. And Big L saying, "While y'all buck for legs, I buck for heads. I even buck celebs. Nigga, fuck the feds." Classic collab. Like this collab with Kane and the collab with Cool G Rap, like that just showed the potential Big L had, and he could have collaborated with just about anybody, man. And two great songs on here.
Yeah, I definitely hear you on that. Next track is the Who You Sliding With featuring Stan Spit. This was pretty much like a chick track. I'm gonna be quite honest. This track and the next track, I kind of do have a little mixed feelings about,
Right,
but I kind of prefer this track over the next track. I'm gonna be honest with you because
right.
I have a lot of things to say about the next track. Let's just be real.
Yeah, this is something for like the club,
Yeah,
something for the women, for the ladies, and I like the beat. It was cool. Again, like it showed how Big L has done this before. Like MVP, listen to MVP. That's a drink for the club. He had the potential to do mainstream and still be underground at the same time, and I thought it was dope.
yeah. Which leads us into Games featuring Sadat X and Guru. Lyrically, I like it, but I don't like the beat. I feel like the beat really did not fit Big L.
Yeah, I don't like the
It
beat.
had like a more of like a bad boy Jermaine Dupri or kind of feel. And I love Guru, but I didn't care for his verse. I'm being honest. This is around the time when he was like the whole bald head slick. Um, I'm not gonna say he was working with Solo at this time, no, because I want to say that was years later. But yeah, man. But I feel like this song could have been left off, or could have had a better beat. But yeah,
I didn't like it. I didn't like the beat. Sadat X is dope. Like always liked his flow is very like unorthodox. He has a different type of flow and it just the beat for me just I didn't like the beat. Like they needed another beat for um that collab. You know.
exactly. And it had that 2000s bounce. I
Yeah,
was like, nah,
yeah.
not for Big L. If it was like for Jay, that could have worked for Jay. Nas, maybe, but nah,
Why is
L,
everybody?
nah. Huh?
Why is everybody saying don't forget Lil Wayne, the Carter Five, and RZA the Cure? What we forgetting?
I think we were talking about unreleased albums, but Carter 5
Oh,
came out.
yeah, that came out.
Yeah, now The Cure, that's another different story.
Yeah. What up, Zion? What's good?
Hey Zion, hey, somebody else came, but fuck it. Also shout out to Ashley too. She's
What up,
watching.
Ashley?
Yeah, but yeah, man. That's all I have to say about that.
Yeah, I didn't care for it.
Got you. All right. Even though like Sadat and Big L, they did their thing on that track. So,
Right.
track number 15, The Heist Revisited. Oh my god, this movie is stupid. I'm sorry. So it's pretty much a remix version of The Heist with a different beat. I kind of prefer this beat a little bit over the other one, but that's alright.
Same. Yeah, the beat was a little bit better. You know, it was cool. You know, I rock with it.
And then the last track, the Triborough.
No, I
Is
didn't
this
get
where
my
you got
name
your
from
name
this
from?
song.
Okay.
No, I didn't get my.
Okay.
I know you was
I
asking
was
that. I know.
I was just making
No,
sure.
you know what happened? Way back when Yahoo used to have like chat rooms, and I used to be up in the chat rooms, and I used to have like to stand out. I always used to like to stand out. So to stand out, I would make up like different names that stood out to people. And being that I'm in Brooklyn, the Triborough Bridge, that's the bridge you take to get to Brooklyn, from Manhattan or whatever. And it just made sense. You know what I'm saying? So I actually made my email from the name, Triborough Gigolo 2004. I made it in 2004. And that's how I got the name. So it's not from this song or whatever, and people know me as that now. So I just I'd rather just be called Triborough instead of Gigolo. Like the Gigolo part, I don't, what I'm saying? Like it's cool people call me that, but I'd rather just people call me Tri or Triborough or whatever. A lot of people have been doing that anyway, so I stuck with that. But no, I didn't. That's how I got my name. Like, cause nobody ever. People ask me like, I like the name. Where did you get it from? Like, I actually made it when I was in the Yahoo chat rooms back in the day. They don't have the chat rooms no more, but that was like 98, 99. You know what I'm saying? And it just stuck with me. So I just kept it from my email, and I just the name just stuck with me. So
Yeah, this featured on OC, Remy, and on Fat Joe.
yeah,
Nice way to end off this album. OC definitely one of the most underrated, consistent MCs of all time. He was at this time he was referring to himself as Star Child at that time too and shit.
right.
Did he
I
have
have
an
that album
album?
too. Yes, I have the album Star Child. I have the album.
05.
Yeah, hard to find. It's a hard to find album.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I need the Bon Appetit album. That's the one I need.
that one. I remember when it came out. I never heard that one though.
Oh shit.
That one's supposed to be good too. I've heard people like say that's one of his best ones, but I never listened to it.
Well, see, I know that album to me, it has like a divide because I know a lot of fans love that album. I know a lot of fans
Yeah.
that don't like the album,
Right.
and mostly because of the production. It was, but the
Yeah.
thing about that album was I felt like that album kind of broke down barriers for the Blueprint, like for Jay-Z and shit too. But I'm gonna
Right.
talk about that one day.
Okay.
But yeah, I felt like L and Joe had the best first. I mean, everyone did their thing too. It was a nice way to end off the album, you know.
Right. It's a dope song. I like it. The beat it has like that DITC flavor. I love that boom bap. The horns on it was dope. Fat Joe killed it. This is the Fat Joe again. This is the Fat Joe I prefer. Like I love to hear Fat Joe collaborate with his DITC members because when he goes out of that zone, it's a different Fat Joe. Like when you hear him like collaborate with like Khaled or like French Montana, it's a different Fat Joe compared to when he's collaborating with OC or with Lord Finesse and AG. Like that's the Fat Joe I prefer, the DITC version of Fat Joe. and he killed it. And he said, it's like you motherfuckers fronting for me, nothing to see. When I'm the one you wanting to be, loving the steed, come through, plushing the V. Got niggas mad because they mad while we fucking for free. And I love the chorus where they all shouting out the different boroughs. Where Brooklyn at? Yo, BK don't play Harlem World where niggas get the money all day. Boogie down Bronx, specialize in gunplay. Trial borough, so thorough always. I like that they just called out the all the boroughs in the, of the city. So that was a great way
Right.
to end the album. You know, Remy Ma did her thing as well.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you on that. Overall, this is a very, very, very dope album. A posthumous album done right,
Right.
in my opinion. With this album, it pretty much got like the best of L and just what he was trying to do and stuff like that before he tragically passed away. Lyrically, his pen game, I always felt like lyrically was much stronger on life than Lifestyles, in my opinion. Which is why some days I can't even pick a favorite because some days I prefer Lifestyles, but then some days I prefer this album and stuff too.
Right.
And that's how much of a gifted MC L was and stuff, you know what I'm saying? And I like the fact that he still kept it in-house, but then he was working with like legends too. And he didn't just get like any rapper that was popping at that time. Nah. They got like legends like Kane and Guru and Coogee Rap and possibly Tupac and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
anyway, I'm gonna give this like a 4.5 out of 5, in my opinion. So this is a very, very, very dope posthumous album. So yeah, fuck with it.
I think it's dope. Definitely. Even though it came out like after he died, like the songs were like a lot of those joints were already done. You know, I think it's a solid album, and you know you got legendary MCs like Coogee Rap and Kane on there. You know, ironically, like two members of the Juice Crew on there, and you got Fat Joe and AG and Primo and I love a lot of the songs on there. You know, Bonics and Size 'Em Up, the Enemy. Flamboyant. Definitely a solid album. I don't think, to me lyrically, I think he was still better on the first album. But you can't go wrong with neither one. I think it's a solid. I'll give it like a 4. I give it 4 mics. I don't think it's better than the first album. I think the first album is still his best one. But it's definitely a 4 mic album. So
Yeah. All right. I'm gonna say
Sam said we should do a Primo battle.
that might come in the future. That's definitely gonna come. I don't know if I can pick 20 tracks though. I'm gonna be real.
From Primo? Sure you can. He has a lot.
Shit, because Primo, man,
A lot of
he got a lot
remixes, a
too.
lot of.
It's hard.
Hmm?
You said
I
what?
hear what you said.
I just said just like Eric Sermon too.
Yeah, it has a lot to choose from. A lot of stuff to choose from Eric Sermon and Primo and those producers. So it was hard picking like the
Right.
stuff for the Trackmasters battle. It was a lot of stuff that I went through that I didn't play. You know.
I'm using the bathroom for a quick second.
All right. Favorite posse cut that Ludacris was a part of. Damn, that's a good one because he's been a part of some good ones. I like the Bone. I think he was on the Bone Crusher remix for Never Scared. I like that one. I like the Fatty Girl joint he did with I think it was like Keith Murray. Who else was on that joint? I forgot who else was on that joint. Uh, he got some joints, man. He did a lot of good ones. Sermon versus Primo. That would be a good one.
Okay, I'm back.
Favorite posse cut Tupac was in? Shit. Well, I mean, most of the shit he did was with the Outlaws. You know, Teardrops and Closed Caskets.
Above the
Uh,
Law, Call It What You Want with Money B2. That was dope.
right. The joint with Red and Meth and the Dog Pound. No Pressure versus Shady Business. No Pressure. That's a better album.
No Pressure. No, I don't even want to watch this movie anymore. My shit's just too bad.
Sermon versus Primo. You want to do that one, or you just want it to be all Eric Sermon? Like we would have to pick like two producers to go. Like we would have to pick two. Like I'll be one producer, you be the other producer. Like who gonna be Eric and who gonna be Primo, and then we just go from there.
I mean, we can do that. We can do that idea in the future, still, but
Right. Okay.
this one I was going to do the solo Eric.
You want to do this? Yeah. Made niggas. Yeah, that was again. That's with the Outlaws. Like most of his posse joints was with the Outlaws. Cool G Rap 456 or Roots of Evil. 456 for me.
456.
I love that one. Celebrity Beyond the Fame. Who's that? Never heard of him.
Who?
Beyond the Fame. Red Zion said you got to check this dude out. Beyond the Fame on YouTube.
Yeah, I heard about that motherfucker. He's buying off Celebrity Underrated. God,
What is he buying? What is he doing?
Like just taking their whole style, calling it their own and shit like that.
When doesn't that happen?
I hate when all these YouTubers bite off each other and shit. Cause I be so excited when I be seeing something that's like what my favorite YouTuber does, but then when I find somebody else, I be getting so fucking mad.
That's why I made it a point not to announce what I'm gonna drop. It's just gonna drop, and if people sub, then they sub. If you don't sub, then you gonna miss it. It's too much. There's a lot of that stuff going on with people biting other people's ideas and shit and making their own shitty show. And it's like they only getting 8 views. When we do it, we getting hundreds of views. So I'm not announcing nothing no more. Like when you see it, you're gonna see it.
Like look at this kid. Like this motherfucker is just biting off how Celebrity Underrated does this shit and stuff.
Right. That's why he shouldn't announce what he's gonna drop. I even told you about that because there's people that's bitten shit off of here and they want to go off and do their little shitty episode, and when you ain't got nobody in your live stream, you want to know why. You know what I'm saying? If me, Reg, and Ashley discussed TLC's Crazy Sexy Cool months ago, that shit did well. You want to go and discuss the same album months later and wonder why you got little views. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not announcing nothing no more. It's just whatever. I know what I'm dropping. I'm just not announcing it.
Yeah, I don't even announce everything like that no more.
You know what I mean? I know other content creators that's having the same issue because there's like they're feuding with other content creators because of the stuff that they're doing, and then the other cat is like, oh well, I did this shit first before y'all, and don't announce shit, just drop it. You know what I'm saying? Everything you don't need to announce. You want to announce a live stream? Cool, but I'm not announcing nothing else. Everything that I'm dropping is just gonna be on there. I'm not saying when, it's just gonna be on there. That'll stop the whole shit. Like they not gonna know what you dropping if we don't say anything. Because people watch your vids and then they're gonna write down, oh well, they're gonna do this. Let me do this shit before them, so I can say that I did this before them. You know what I mean? Yeah, I heard Roots of Evil. I don't, I still prefer 456 over Roots of Evil, but Roots of Evil is a good album.
The thing with Roots of Evil, to me, I feel like it's more cinematic than 456.
Yeah, it is.
More cinematic.
You know, just remember where you saw it first. When you see me and Reg beat battling, there's no other podcast doing that shit. If you going any if anybody else decides to start doing beat battles, just know where you got it from. Cause we the only ones that's doing this shit. Nobody else is doing that. When you see us discuss legendary soul singers discographies like Luther Vandross and Teddy Pendergrass, just know where you saw it first. Nobody else is doing that shit. You know what I mean? Everybody does the same thing. I'm not doing that what everybody else is doing.
Like what Mufasa said.
Yes. Well, I didn't think of Mustafa, but exactly. Just remember where you saw it first. We started the shit. You know, it's funny. I just laugh. I just sit back and laugh with them. Like you want to cover shit that we already did like years ago, months ago.
And this nigga even bites off the whole creepy instrumental music. I'm like, this dude's a fucking biter, yo.
Yeah,
I
that's
might
what
just
happens.
let's expose this bitch.
That's what happens. You know.
Actually, no, I'm not gonna. I don't want to give him no more clout. To be honest, now.
Do y'all think Cool G Rap ever dropped a whack album?
Hell no.
Well, I haven't heard all the Cool G Rap solo albums. I like the stuff with Polo. I think it was classic. I haven't heard all his solo albums though. You know, because he did shit with like Necro. Was it Godfathers of Rap? I think it was called. I didn't hear that one. Son of G Rap was cool, but he wasn't on all the songs. It was mostly 38 Special. And I don't think he's no Son of G Rap. You know,
I don't count Son of G Rap.
you don't count it as it's a collab. Well, it has his name on it. It's a collab album, but he was only like on maybe 6 songs. I'm like, this ain't no real G Rap album, and 38 Special ain't no Son of G Rap. He's a dope producer. I don't think lyrically he's on G Rap level.
Not Son of G Rap.
You know,
I think to me the closest that he made to a decent album was the Giancana story,
right?
and that's mostly due to production. To be honest with you, because
Right.
they were going through like a lot of label politics when that release of that album.
Mm-hmm.
Because originally that was supposed to have the Neptunes produce that shit, which thank God that did not happen.
The Neptunes and G Rap? Oh,
hell no.
Wow. Wait, is that the album that he had his wife on there, Ma Barker?
I want to say it's been the years since I've heard.
I know she was rapping and I think she was supposed to drop an album, but it never came out. And he was down with a I think he was I don't want to say discovered. I know he was doing stuff with Jinx the Juvie. And I remember seeing Jinx on a lot of the street DVDs, the like mixtape DVDs and all that.
So Soulja Boy just dropped a new song.
Oh wow.
Called It Came From the Bottom.
Wow. Doesn't that sound familiar? Didn't Drake do something like that?
Right. I mean, he said that Drake stole from him.
Wow. Is that what he said? Drake stole from him? Stole what?
His style.
Wow. He don't sound nothing like Drake. What does he think that Drake stole from him? He don't sound like Drake at all. Have we done a discography review on Shaheem? We talked about Lost Generation. I think last year or year before last.
Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, we trying to get the Zoom discussion crew that I'm a part of. They trying to get Shaheem on an interview for IG Live. So we trying to do that. Like we got Spice One on Monday. Now they trying to get Shaheem for next week. So hopefully if we get Shaheem next week, then I'll ask him, like if he can come on here with us and discuss his whole discography. So
that's what's up.
You know what I mean? Salute to Shaheem. I saw Shaheem twice in concert, so he killed it. DMX discography. We did that on another channel a couple years ago. I'll send you the link.
Yeah.
And we did that before we didn't wait till the nigga died to do that either.
That's why I'm not really in a rush to talk about any Rough Rider stuff right now because I don't want to use
Right.
his cloud.
Right, exactly.
Because I noticed a lot of hip hop channels are now doing these DMX kind of videos, some shit.
Right. Right. Yeah. I mean, if it happens, Zion, then you'll see me on there with him. Man Child was dope. Underrated.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
Yeah. Well, he's cool. He's still cool with Don Pacino from Killer Army. Like they've done like songs together and stuff.
Yeah.
You know.
What is going on with hip hop today, man?
You got beef with Don Pacino over what?
Who?
Zion said you got beef with Don Pacino. What you got beef with Dom over?
He said Wu Tang fake for not checking up on Shaheem.
I don't know. I don't even. I mean, I'm assuming he's cool with Wu Tang again. I don't. I mean, shit. I don't know. I can't talk bad about Wu Tang Clan. I don't have the facts on that.
Yeah.
His mom was a heroin addict. I didn't know that. Well, now I know. I got some stuff to ask him. If we can hook up that interview, I'll ask him about that. Snoop Dogg's Beautiful or Drop It Like It's Hot.
Ooh.
Drop It Like It's Hot. I love that song.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with that.
That video was dope. Beautiful was dope too. They did that in Brazil. That was a dope one.
I used to hear that song beautiful everywhere at one point.
Yeah, they overplayed that song. They overplayed both of them. Like actually, they overplayed both of those songs. But like, I'm a huge Neptunes fan though. You know what I'm saying? Like, I like Drop It Like It's Hot a little bit more.
Yeah, that Rhythm and Gangsta album. I want to talk about that one day.
Yes, that's so underrated. I don't know. I've heard people that they don't like that album. I'm like, yo, this album is solid. And he was dropping hit or miss shit at that time too. But that album is a dope one.
I mean, it's good, but I mean that album does have its hit or miss moments too. But Blue
I
Cartman,
mean, but you gotta if that's really what happened, then you gotta blame it on the liquor. Then like he was drunk texting. You know that shit happens.
wait, what?
He said Dom had drunk texted him. They saying that he was a whack artist and shit.
Oh wow.
I wouldn't put too much stock into that though. I mean, he probably don't even remember that shit. Like if he's drunk texting, he don't remember what he was saying.
But even though that I do kind of feel what Zion was kind of say, coming from an artist, I do kind of hear what
Right.
he's saying.
Shaheem's aunt died from AIDS. I didn't know that. See, you giving me shit that I ain't know right now, Sam.
Sam's like an encyclopedia, you know.
For real. I'm like shit. I know shit about Shaheem now. Like I didn't even know that. Grover Washington missed the Magic verse Feel So Good. Feel So Good Mace? Oh, you talking about the
No,
the huh?
Grover Washington.
Oh, he had a song called Feel So Good?
Yeah, Mr. Magic to me.
Favorite posse cut that Rick Ross was in?
I'm so
Uh huh?
I'm so hood remix.
I'm so hood. Who's that? Was that
DJ
was that Asa? Who's that?
DJ Khaled.
Favorite posse cut Rick Ross was in? I don't know. He did a lot. Not all of it I like though. I don't know. I have you asking me all of these. Why are you asking all these posse cuts questions now? I didn't like Rick Ross on all of those posse cuts he did, like with Ace Hood and Khaled in them.
Ooh,
Hmm?
wasn't he on Monster with Kanye West?
Was he on there?
Yeah, Jay, Rick Ross, and Nicki.
Okay, yeah, that was a good one. That was a good one. I'm
Wait,
trying to
what's
think of a good posse cut. Like shit. The Maybach ones were like posse cuts. He had like a whole bunch of MCs on there with him. That's funny. I did not know that. But both Shaheem's mom and aunt were both heroin addicts. I didn't know that. All
yeah?
right, Q.
Huh?
Salute. I was talking to Q.
Oh, you about to go to sleep? Oh, good night, Q.
Marvin Gaye's albums, Let's Get It On versus I Want You. Let's Get It On for me.
I want you.
Reg is listening to Rolls Royce. Ronnie just, Ronnie and Sam is like in your house, yo. Ronnie's in your house and Sam is right next to him with the encyclopedia just telling you everything.
Yeah, have you ever seen the Onyx 15 years documentary and shit?
Is that the one on YouTube?
Yeah,
That's in my watch list. I haven't watched. It's like 3 hours long. I haven't watched it yet
yeah,
though.
that shit wow, yo. I love the intro. He's like, we just breaking bottles and shit. That intro is legendary.
I have not watched that yet. I have to watch it, but it's like 3 hours long. Reg, what's your least favorite Marvin Gaye album?
Well, to be quite honest with you, I've not really heard everything from Marvin, but Jesus, in terms of quality, shit, I'm gonna have to go with that unreleased Love Man album. To keep it real with you,
You're the Man.
Love Man.
Love Man.
Yeah,
That's another unreleased album.
yeah, that was the original version of the In Our Lifetime. But what had happened was Marvin was so coked up around that time that after the Hear My Dear album, he had to make a commercial album because that flopped on the charts and shit. But then he was going through some tax invasion, so they had to shove that album. So he wanted to do another album called In Our Lifetime, which was like a more socially conscious album. But Motown stole that album and released it without his permission and added all these guitar licks to it. And that's why he left Motown.
DJ Quick. DJ Quick. The what is that?
The,
Something DJ Quick featuring Shaheem and High Tech or the East Side is Cool featuring High Tech. I never heard, but none. I didn't even know Shaheem did anything with DJ Quick.
me neither. Yeah,
Never heard those.
y'all just coming out with the facts tonight.
I never heard the '60s Mick Jagger or '70s Mick Jagger.
70s.
It's hard because I'm a Marvin fan of both albums. Antoine said.
To me, I Want You and Hear My Dear spoke to me more than What's Going On and Let's Get It On, to be real with you. Marvin was pimping on those albums and shit.
Right. Shit was so haunting and he died the day before his birthday. Yeah, it's crazy.
Sad.
Yeah, I was little when that shit happened. I remember hearing it on the news and my mother was like in shock.
I can only
Crazy
imagine.
shit. Crazy shit, man. But at that time, like I knew who he was, but I only knew Sexual Healing because it came out in the '80s. I was like I grew up in like when that was it Midnight Love the album Midnight Love.
Yeah,
Yeah, like I grew up in that era when that album came out. So I remember the song. I remember him, but I didn't know like how huge of an impact he was to soul music till like years later. Yeah, I Want You was great. That's a great album. You know, I like the Tammy and Marvin discussion we did also for that album.
same.
That was a good one. 'Cause I had never listened to a Tammy and Marvin album before, and I always like heard about them as a as a couple, and that was a good album to listen to. 90s MTV or 2000? 90s MTV
90s.
definitely. Same thing with BET. 90s BET for me.
I'm,
Shaheem
I'm
is Ghostface cousin. I didn't know that.
I'm not gonna lie though. I watched some '90s BET, but I was mostly raised on 2000s BET, like the Rap Cities and the 106
Right.
and Parks.
Yes, I watched that too. I watched the
Uh,
106 in Park. Unfortunately, it's so many damn reincarnations of that show they went through, and but like growing up, the MTV was like my number one channel on cable. Was everything on that channel during the 90s, and the Club MTV, MTV Jams when they had Bill Bellamy as a host, and Yo MTV Raps, Unplugged,
oh my god.
Road Rules when they had Road Rules in the Real World, and just about everything on that channel I watched in the 90s. Daria, Ren and Stimpy, you
Beavis,
know, what's
Beavis
the
and
rock
Butthead.
dudes? Beavis and Butthead, yeah. You know what I'm saying? So I watched everything on MTV back then.
Even Headbangers Ball.
Headbangers Ball, I would watch once in the blue. Not because I'm not into heavy metal, so but like even for that show, they would show the alternative rock stuff like the grunge rock, Nirvana, Sonic Youth, and I was into those groups, Green Day. But as far as like the heavy shit, like I wasn't into like Marilyn Manson and Slipknot and all that.
Yeah, I'm not the biggest Maryland fan like that either.
Right.
Ba,
I
ba,
don't know who's more of a freak, me or Marvin.
ba, ba, ba.
Okay. 120 minutes. Yeah, that everything.
That's why reality TV just needs to stop, man. Shit.
And for real. Yeah.
You know.
The 60s Marvin Gaye albums are great as well. Where is BJ? I know BJ would have a hot take on this shit too.
I texted him that we were going live.
Yeah.
He didn't hit me back up, so
He hit me up about Donald Jones. Like he asked me about do I have
same.
any Donald Jones. Oh, he asked you too? Is he
Yeah.
planning on getting that for us or something? No. 'Cause I told him I don't have no Donald Jones albums on CD or vinyl, so
I mean, if he can give me the first Donald Jones album, I will be hugely grateful.
I want where I want to be is still available. That's on Amazon.
Yeah,
I think that's one of you have that one?
yeah.
That's one of his best albums. And I like the one after that, the one with you know that I love you, that joint. Forgot the name of that joint, that album. The one after where I want to be. That one was good too.
I didn't hear that one yet.
That one was good too. Cool in the Gang, Jungle Boogie, or Earth, Wind and Fire, Shining Star. Shining Star for me. Love that song.
See,
I never out of all the Cool in the Gang hits, I'm not really a fan of Jungle Boogie, even though I know it.
what?
But nah, I'm not. I prefer like Tonight, Ladies Night,
Ah,
Joanna. You don't like Joanna?
heck, nigga.
What? You don't
Fuck.
like Joanna?
I have a complicated history of Cool in the Gang.
Wow.
I
We
like
gotta discuss some Cool in the Gang stuff because I grew up on a lot of Cool in the Gang songs.
I like them, but I don't love them as much as people.
Wow. Celebration, you don't like Celebration?
That was more like an Earth, Wind, and Fire song. That was them trying to do Earth, Wind, and Fire. See, that's the thing. They never really had a true identity. That's my issue. Like, don't get me wrong. I like songs like Jungle Boogie, Little Children.
Mm.
I like all that. But once after '81, hell no.
So they're not like a funk band to you?
What?
A funk band.
See, originally they were more jazz. Originally, people forget they were more of a jazz
Right.
band originally.
Right.
Then they did jazz funk. Then they did funk. Then they did disco. Then they did adult content. They just jumped in different lanes.
Hollywood Swingers. I like Hollywood Swingers too. That's a great song.
See, I like that. Yeah,
You like that one.
that was one of the earliest shits.
Right.
The Light of World album. I love that one. But niggas
Right.
don't talk about that one. A lot of hip hop samples came from that one too.
I got a couple of the albums on vinyl. But it's more like the 80s Cool in the Gang stuff.
But I do like
Sing,
Get Down on It. I love that
Get Down
track.
on It, one of my favorites. Get
Yeah.
Down on It.
No,
Sam
for
said, "Will you do some Temptations reviews?"
Yeah, I'm trying to get some more Temptations albums, to be honest with you.
Yeah, Life Goes On. That's the name of it. That was the album after Where I Want to Be. That was a good one too. DJ Eddie F did some production on that one.
Sing, motherfucker. Sing, motherfucker.
Cool in the Gang went pop in the '80s.
They did.
Cherish was good. I like Cherish.
I hate all.
You don't like Cherish?
I,
I guess I probably like the stuff from the '80s more than.
that was the video they were singing in a fucking beach, right?
I believe so.
Ah,
I think it
Jesus.
was.
See, them and Chicago, when it came to the 80s, they went
Mhm.
so fucking pussified, so adult contemporary. They lost their jazz, their funk. And Chicago, they after Terry Cat died, that's when they fell off, in my opinion.
Better vocalist? Should we even answer that? Philip Bailey or Ronald Isley?
Philip Bailey.
Really? Over Mr. Biggs?
Yeah, like I love Ron, don't get me wrong, but Philip, listen to the
I'm going with
recent
Ron. Ron Isley definitely.
But you know what's crazy though?
Mhm.
People are actually saying Ron Isley's like the greatest soul singer of all time now.
I mean, people.
I'm not mad
I
about
can't
it.
be mad at. I mean, people got
Give him
their
his
own.
flowers. Yeah,
Mhm.
man. Give him
I
his
love
flowers.
Marvin Gaye. I think Marvin Gaye was a great singer, and Teddy Pendergrass, and you
Sing
can't
it.
go wrong with all of them. So
Oh yeah, man.
Eddie Levert,
Oh Eddie. Oh Eddie. Otis Redding.
right? Otis Redding, right?
Johnny Guitar Watson.
Yep.
You know, a nigga need to put respect on my nigga Johnny. I'm sick and tired of y'all motherfucking disrespect.
We gonna do that.
Yeah, we gonna do that. I'm gonna text you some shit right now.
Okay. David Ruffin and Eddie Kendricks are my favorite members. Sam said.
I agree.
Al Green, right? Al Green just celebrated a birthday. I think it was yesterday.
Yes, sir.
The great Al Green, legendary singer. Sam Cooke, Bobby Womack.
I love when a good soul song has a good outro when the
Right.
motherfucker just goes off.
Yep.
Like New Birth
Definitely.
Wildflower. Oh my god.
Mhm.
Jesus. This is my fourth time unwinding this fucking shit, yo. Hey, yo, that was a dope chat we had early in the morning, yo.
Yes. Yeah, it was. Early morning chat.
Y'all were like, oh, y'all were up?
Donnie Hathaway. So, I think Ronnie was the only one that was there. And some other cat. I don't know the other cat. Some other cat was in there.
Yeah, I just had to let that steam off. I was getting pissed off, man.
Sitting on the dock of the bay, yes. Yep.
I need that sitting on the Dock of the Bay album. I need the Otis Blue album. I only got one Otis Redding album, and that's the Dictionary album.
Right.
Smokey Robinson, you can't forget.
Yes, Smokey, yes.
I love.
Reg, you listen to I don't listen to Black Sabbath. I think Reg does though.
I love Otis. I mean, I said Otis. Ozzy and Dio's Black Sabbath. Everything else is trash.
I watched the Osbournes though. When I used to come on, I used to watch that. Hilarious.
But Sharon Osbourne said Harley Robinson Pete was ghetto. Okay, that's all I got. That's all I gotta say. That's all I gotta say. Because
Beatles is overrated.
Zion,
I never felt like that, but
even though I like latter Beatles, I do have to agree with Zion. They are overrated. Cause I'm sick and tired of that. Yeah. Give me, like I said, give me heroin, John Lennon. Give me long-haired weed, LSD Beatles and shit.
wow.
So Beyonce and Carrie Hilson ended the feud.
Did they?
Well,
How did that happen?
alleged feud because Beyonce reached out to Carrie Hilson and shit.
Well, what? And she didn't have to. Who is Carrie Hilson? Like, do anybody remember? Like, you had like one album. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
She had
what
two.
has she done since then? Nothing.
She had two albums actually.
She had 2 albums.
Yeah.
What's the album with the song she did with Kanye? Was it "Knock Me Off My Feet" or some shit? What's the name of that song?
It takes you down.
Right, Takes You There with Neo and Kanye. That's like the only album I heard from her. I didn't hear nothing else from her.
You were the cheerleader of my class. We were never meant to be, baby. Oh, Cardi.
They used to play that shit on. That shit was on 106 and Park Countdown every day. I heard that shit.
That was like #1 for like 60 days. And shit.
Yeah, I'm like, this song. She not on the talk no more. She left. Oh, Sharon Osbourne. Yeah,
Thank God.
but she left. She left over something she said.
Yeah, about
And right, the Meghan Markle's thing. Her and Harry. The Beatles, "Hey Jude" or "Let It Be."
Hey Jude. I can't stand.
I like both of those songs. That I like both of those songs, but I feel like that's like the only songs people know from the Beatles.
Whoa.
I mean, don't like. I'm talking about like the casual fan because those are like those songs they played at like award shows. Like Paul still performed those songs.
But I be hating it when Paul be forming that song. Like he be so dramatic. Like
Right. It's only Paul
so
like performing those songs. You know what I'm saying? Like "Hey Jude," I've seen him perform that like on the Grammys, American Music Awards. "Let It Be," same thing. And I'm like
Let
those
it
are like for
be.
the casual Beatle fans. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about like that's what I mean. Like they overplay those songs.
Give me happiness is a warm gun. Give me something. No one talks about that song like that. That's hell. George Harrison's a better writer than Paul and John Lennon. I don't give a fuck. Yeah, Antoine, "Strawberry Fields Forever." I love that track.
And
Who the fuck is
that's
Zion?
ironically that's like a part in Central Park that they named after John when he got killed at like the apartments across the street from the park. They named that little section every year that they dedicate to John, Strawberry Fields.
Yeah. I'm gonna have the place I died named after one of my songs. Okay. Okay.
I think it's a great memorial. They didn't build a memorial; they just put like candles down there in that part of the in Central Park room. You know, they've been doing that since he got killed.
True. I know. I'm just being a dick right now.
You want like a whole statue in Central Park for John?
I mean, I respect the fact they have a statue, but I want to name it Strawberry Fields Forever.
Right.
That's me personally.
Like, you know, that's for the hippies, man.
I would probably name it
Danny was
Happiness is a Warm Gun, Cold Turkey. Hell, name it Imagine or something, but not no Strawberry Fields Forever. That's all I'm saying. Like the Imagine Memorial Park, that has a nice ring to it.
Big Pun Plaza in BX, yeah, like the street named after him. Yeah, like they could have did a street for John Lennon, you know, John Lennon Avenue or something.
But low-key, after what they did to Prodigy's Merle, I don't feel like I don't want no Merle of me when I die. Low-key,
Right.
I don't want no Merle of me when I die.
Well, you got it. That's why you got it. They when they finish building the hip hop museum, all that stuff can be in the museum where you ain't got to worry about people defacing it or nothing like that.
When I die, low-key, I either want to die of old age or I
Can,
want to fucking.
can we not like talk about it's like when you die and
Y'all,
you know what I mean? Let's not put that energy out there. But Zion said, "Yo, hold up. Let's talk about Jay-Z and Beyonce buying DMX. The DMX, what is it? His catalog or whatever, his masters.
they didn't actually. That was a
They didn't
rumor.
buy it. So how did that story get leaked out then?
Somebody just trying to make Jay-Z look good. I don't know.
Why? He already like he's in bed with the NFL. Like we know what it is with him. You know.
But I didn't know Jay-Z looked after DMX when he was on drugs and shit. I didn't know that.
Well he's not here. So how much looking after did he do? You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying you got to babysit the nigga, but I think it should have been. He should have been more looked after. 'Cause, I mean, he was going on and off drugs forever. This is nothing new. It's not like he just woke up like yesterday and said, "Oh, I'm gonna commit suicide." Like he been doing this since before he got signed to Def Jam. He had a drug problem. So, you know, and that was before he had money. So the problems get even more that tenfold when you have money and you can go out there and get any drug that you want and nobody's gonna say no to you. Nobody was stopping him back then when he was coming up with all these classic albums. Nobody said, "Oh, you need to chill with the cocaine and really go back to rehab." They don't have no morals clause in the industry. They need a morals clause for a lot of these artists because I'm sure if these record labels, had a morals clause with the contract, you would see the artists have to abide by them. And there's no morals clause in these contracts in the record industry anymore because there's no morals in the record industry. You can't do that shit. If DMX was an actor and he was acting, and let's say he had a project coming up for Marvel, you can't be on drugs and you doing something for Marvel. They would fire him. They would have fired him a long time ago. Whereas you can get away with that shit in the record business because they have no morals. So everything is a free for all. Anybody could do whatever. You know. Fuck Prince Philip. He's a racist. Which prince is that? I don't know. I don't know all the princes in London. I know Charles. I know William and Harry. Who's Prince Philip? Is that like a relative of them?
I don't give a fuck.
Barry White. Do you like Donnell Rawlins, the comedian?
Hell yeah, I like Donnell Rawlins.
I haven't seen him in a long time.
I almost met Donnell actually.
Oh yeah.
Almost met him.
What happened? Why is it almost?
Because it was during the time my sister was getting married and I was in the hotel and I saw like a bald nigga and I was looking at myself like, is that Donnell Rawlins? And I was on Facebook or some shit. It said Donnell Rawlins performing in Charlotte or some stuff like that. And then when I saw that, oh crap! And then he quickly just relaxed and stuff like that.
Ronnie said, "Who did Got to Get You Into My Life better, Earth, Wind and Fire or the Beatles?"
Earth, Wind and Fire. Well, I like the Beatles version too, though.
Yes,
That's
Oh,
go ahead.
no, go.
That's actually the only Beatles cover I actually like, believe it or not.
Oh wow.
Yeah, because niggas, they don't make good Beatles covers. They don't.
Michael Jackson, he did Come Together. You didn't like that?
Okay, Come Together.
Come together. Right
Yeah.
now. That was a good one.
I'll give you that one. Okay, I forgot about that.
Better, and he made it a hit too. He
Well, of
made
course,
it a hit also.
Jackson.
Yeah.
He's the greatest
Better-
artist of all time.
Yes, I agree. Better biopic movie, Ray or the Jacksons?
The Jacksons.
Yes. Jacksons was more like a mini series though.
It was.
Yeah. Ray was good. That to me is still one of Jamie Foxx's best performances. I don't like a lot of his films.
Classic.
Yes, that was a great film.
Come on, Ray. No, Ray.
Jay-Z, as we know, Jay-Z screwed over Kanye and bought his masters and shit. Kanye don't need it, right? He's a billionaire, so he don't need it. Johnny Taylor or Mavis Staples?
Mavis Staples.
Yes.
That's an artist I feel does not get a lot of praise these days.
Right.
Who the fuck is texting me at 12:48 in the morning?
Who the fuck is this paging me at 5:46 in the morning? Crack of dawn and now I'm yawning. Wipe the coal out my eye. See who's this paging me and why. It's my nigga Pop at the barbershop. But my thing is, if another artist did this, they would get canceled by Jay-Z. I mean, it's Jay-Z. Like, you know what I'm saying? When he worked with the NFL and everybody thought he was going to get Kaepernick back in the NFL, what happened? Kaepernick still ain't in the NFL yet.
I heard because Kaepernick was hard-headed. I heard people say Kaepernick was hard-headed around that time, but
yeah, but I mean, how was that helping us? Like, what is the significance of Jay-Z being in the NFL? Like, it's not helping us. It's helping him. It's not helping black people as a whole. So I don't understand the significance of him even doing business with Roger Goodell. Because what is it doing for us? He didn't get Kaepernick back in the league. You know what I'm saying? You still got plays. I just saw today on ESPN. You still the cat from the Rams, Aaron, I forgot his last name. Dude like beat up some cat at a club. He got like multiple
Jesus.
fractures and shit. And I'm like, what is the significance? How is Jay Z being in the NFL helping us? Like, what is the significance of that? You know what I'm saying? Because it's like I could see if you in the league and you helping, black coaches get hired for head coaching positions, then I could see that okay, well Jay Z is helping the league hire our African American coaches, but what has he done since he's been in the league? What? Oh, you picked out the Super Bowl performance for the weekend? Okay, I could have did that. Again, how is that helping black people? I don't get it. So I understand what Zion is saying. You know what I'm saying? Like he gets a pass because of his name.
I'm gonna stay on till 1 o'clock.
How did y'all feel when Taylor Swift did Earth, Wind and Fire song September? I didn't even hear it.
I feel like she should have just stopped.
Did she? When did she do that?
About 3 years ago.
Dang, hear it. I don't listen to Taylor Swift, so I
You
wouldn't
don't,
know.
don't listen to it.
I listened to her 1989 album and I liked it, but that's about it. I'm not a Taylor Swift fan like that, so
Taylor Swift. Oh my god.
didn't even know that. Al Green, Let's Stay Together, or I'm So Tired of Being Alone.
Let's stay together.
Stay together. Yeah, I'm not gonna listen to it, so I won't be disappointed because I'm not listening to it.
You guys are funny.
He exposes True J. Dame is crazy. I don't know. I feel like Dame just talks too much, man. He's still talking about like old shit. Like you know what I'm saying? Is like if he ever want to get back in Jay Z's good graces, I think that door was closed a long time ago. You know exactly. I don't like when they remake classic films and it end up coming out shit. So for her to do that song, I could imagine how it sounded. Heck is like Taylor who. What we doing tomorrow?
Compton by Dr. Dre.
Compton at 11 o'clock.
Yes, sir.
That should be fun.
Compton. Closest we'll ever get to detox.
Huh?
Closest we'll ever get to detox.
Right. Well, I mean, they say he's working on it, but you've been hearing that for how long now? Who knows? Maybe he'll surprise us this year and finally drop it. Look at the way he did Beanie. I think he was trying to groom Beanie into a businessman, and Beanie kept going in and out of jail. That's Beanie's fault. I don't blame Jay for that. You know what I'm saying? Like especially if you're like giving him these opportunities to shine and state property clothing, and he had his own side group and his record label, and he still was fucking up. So how are you gonna be a businessman and you behind bars all the time? Favorite track on Compton? The last track. Talking to my diary.
I'll save that for tomorrow.
Oh, cat's out the bag. I already told you. I hate Kirk Franklin. He's a hypocrite. I never cared for Kirk Franklin.
Kirk Franklin.
Favorite Earth, Wind, and Fire album, Reg?
All in all,
That's mine too.
what you think about whoever asked that question? What do you think about the Spirit album?
Ronnie asked that question.
Of course.
They had some of the illest album covers though. Like when you look on like All in All and Spirit, and very creative with their album covers.
Exactly.
You know, they don't do album covers like that anymore. Real colorful stuff.
Very funky shit.
Yep.
Who
Do you listen to Roy Ayers? Antoine.
asked you that?
Antoine.
Of course. Roy is
Jay
that.
Z would not be Jay. That is totally false, Zion. Jay Z was already a star when he hooked up with Beyonce. I don't know why. I've heard people say that before too. I'm like, I don't. What did Beyonce do to Jay Z that made him a star? He was already a superstar before he got with her.
Y'all funny.
So I don't understand why people feel like that. Like Beyonce made Jay Z. How?
Take care of me.
Bless you. He was already a star. Like you know what I'm saying? Like I don't get that.
Guess what I'm watching?
What you watching?
MP the Last Dog.
Oh God, why? You doing your homework for worst hood films ever or something?
Yep.
Shit, I ain't gotta do homework for that. I remember it from 20 years ago. I ain't like none of those No Limit movies. I will not be watching that again. Like Soul Plane, you on that list? I ain't gotta watch Soul Plane to tell you that shit was bad.
Oh no. who just to be like, you know what? Let's just watch Soul Plane.
Oh God, nope.
Like, no.
I would listen to Taylor Swift albums before I watch Soul Plane.
Well, that's taking it way too far. That's taking it way too far.
Jazzo and Kane before Beyonce. Yeah, but Jay Z was already a big superstar before he hooked up with Beyonce.
Y'all just love
You know,
that.
if anything, that probably made people like older people like him because he hooked up with Beyonce and he wasn't playing, but he still cheated on her.
Not he wasn't playing, but he took cheat.
Right, he still cheated, so you know he was still big pimping. I don't know the situation with him and Jazz now. Like Jazz, isn't him and Jazz cool now?
Yeah, they cool.
Right, like he made up with Fat Joe. He squashed his beef with Cameron and Dipset, and you know he cool with Nas and Jazzo. The only one he ain't talked to was Dame, right? That's about it.
Nah.
You know,
Is he cool with Biggs?
did they have beef?
I don't know. I have to watch his Vlad interview one day.
I don't know. Is he cool with Un?
Hell no.
Some things don't change, I guess. Jazzo said Jay-Z had to give up his manhood to be well. I mean, I heard Nori talk about that whole Illuminati thing anyway, so who knows? He's cool with J.O. Felony?
Yeah, they squashed it years ago.
Who knows? I think I would watch Soul Plane. Oh man. Wow. You really hate Taylor Swift that bad, huh?
Who?
Sam. I already heard one Taylor Swift album, so
Fuck Taylor Swift.
I'm already ahead of the curveball. I can stomach her other albums over Soul Plane. Soul Plane was just terrible, man.
I'd rather watch Soul Plane than listen to Taylor Swift.
That's a movie that should have never gotten greenlit to begin with. You know what I'm saying? How do some of these movies get greenlit to be made? I don't understand that. I mean, I don't know. Dame just talk too damn much. That's the problem. It's like he talk like in the past he's mentioned Beyonce and I think whatever chance he had was gone now.
Yeah, I
You
need to
know,
ride out though for real.
like if a movie company wanted to do a Rockefeller biopic, they would have to go to both of them. Are they not going to talk while this biopic is going on?
Who knows?
You know what I'm saying? Like, but Dame just talk too damn much. That's the problem.
Yeah. I'm gonna answer like 5 more people on the chat. Yeah, I saw that Inspector Deck interview a while back ago.
Paper Soldiers. I didn't like that album.
Yeah, that's trash.
No, that's the first time I seen Kevin Hart in anything. Godfrey.
Godfrey wasn't Soul playing. Yeah, he was.
God. Why? Godfrey the comedian? You talking about the little Jewish cat?
Yeah, Godfrey the comedian.
Oh. Gilbert Godfrey or the other Godfrey?
No,
Oh,
the
okay. Wow. Brown Sugar or Love and Basketball? Well, I know what Reg ain't picking. I think Love and Basketball was a good film, man. I don't know what it was. Reg's crazy.
To each his own. Oh, shit. How about my soul playing in the basketball?
What? Zion saying you should do some coke.
Chill, hell no, nigga.
You should.
I don't do drugs, man.
Isn't weed a drug?
No,
No, that's not a drug.
nah.
Oh,
It ain't no drugs to me. Shit.
oh man, spoken like a true weed head.
Yeah, ain't no nigga down for no weed overdose.
Oh man. Sergeant Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band versus Magic Mystery Tour.
Ooh, that's a tough one because I have both positive and negatives about those albums. But I'm gonna go with Sergeant Pepper.
My mom told me I should become a comedian. Wow. Okay. Wow. The next what's his name? Donald Glover. A comedian / rapper. Stone is the way of the walk. Yes, one of my favorite joints off of the first Cypress album.
Which one?
Stone is the way of the walk.
Ooh.
I love that joint.
Remember that Snoop Dogg movie Game of Life?
Yes, I didn't watch it though. That's the No Limit one.
Yeah.
Oh God.
This nigga, when Steve Brother got killed, this nigga was like, money!
Is that shit even like on streaming now or no?
It's on YouTube.
It's on YouTube.
Yeah.
I never saw that one. That I remember like when he did the video for that was it Top Dollar. Still was it what's the joint? The first single he came from that album. The joint not Top Dollar. Was it called Top Dollar?
I think so.
That joint and they would show clips from that movie and he was like they were shooting at him and he was like jumping over the bars and shit like that. I'm like, no, I'm not gonna watch this. I'm not watching this.
This nigga was doing the absolute most.
Man.
Oh,
Did that come with the contract? Like you had to do these terrible no limit films?
hey, they were getting like $1 million those movies.
Yeah,
And shit.
that's why he did it for the money.
I know Eddie Griffin got like $1 million, I think 10 million when he did Foolish or some shit, man.
Wow.
At least they want. At least one thing I would give those No Limit movies. They didn't try to glamorize the hood and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? I've seen all these other bad hood movies. They be trying to glamorize the hood. Like Waist Deep, I love Waist Deep, but they were trying to glamorize that shit. Junior.
It's called Waist Deep. Like, what do you expect?
Ah, shit.
All of those films, they glamorize the hood.
Except for Medicine
You know?
Society.
If you look at Tax Collector, it was the same thing. It was like it took place in Los Angeles. They went to like the hoods of Los Angeles and Street Kings. When I think was it Keanu Reeves was in that Street Kings? That was like way back a couple
Cannabis?
years ago. Huh?
You said cannabis?
Keanu Reeves.
Oh, I thought you said cannabis. Oh
Like
shit.
all of those movies where like they go to like the hoods of LA. It's like all of those are like considered hood films. That's why I stopped watching those type of films. Because it's like the same thing over and over. It's just like with a different actor.
We got to leave the hood.
Hot Boys, I didn't like that.
And they always trying to go to Atlanta. I was like, let's go to Atlanta.
Right.
Like they made it seem like Atlanta was like the promised land in these hood movies.
Just like in Walking Dead, but like they I think in the story like they were supposed to go to DC. That was like the safe area and shit. I'm like, DC? Really? Not with fucking Trump as your president back
DC.
then. DC was like the quarantine part in the Walking Dead story I'm talking about.
No wonder why all them motherfuckers dead in that show.
Yeah. Let's go to Atlanta. No, we're gonna go to DC.
But yeah, I'm about to actually end it off for the night because I gotta make this dinner. Then I gotta do this virtual performance and shit.
Right.
Before Dad comes home, he's gonna be complaining about the fucking noise and shit.
Right.
But yeah, this has been a real ass review.
Yes.
Thank y'all so much for watching. This is Big L, the big picture. Tomorrow we are going to talk about.
You got Compton too?
Yeah, I got Compton.
You actually bought Compton?
Yeah.
I got the movie on DVD. I ain't buy the album. Nice. Is it open, Reg? It don't look like it's open.
Yeah, it's open.
Oh, it's
Not
open?
all-
Okay.
Not all of it's open though, but it's open.
Not all of it is open. What? Oh my God. What else is there to open? Is that like a poster in there or something?
Let me open this shit down.
Oh my God. Are you serious?
Actually,
You don't know what is it?
I mean, I got it from Barnes and Noble, so it gotta be
We're
legit.
getting an unboxing right now. Make sure you add that to the title: a Big L review and unboxing.
All right. But yeah, see, I told you I treat my music like it's wine. I don't like to open it.
I see. But see, I like to actually hear my music. I can't hear it if it's sealed up.
I do hear my music when I feel like hearing the album. When I feel like hearing the album, I'll play it.
Yeah, I don't have the big picture. I don't got that one. That one is out of print, right? Big picture.
Nah, that's something for
Oh, it's available.
yeah. I've seen a couple new copies here and there,
Compton, the Compton album.
and I got all of Dre's albums and shit now.
Oh wow, that's like the only one I don't have. I got all the other ones, and including the terrible Aftermath compilation. I ain't like that one,
Same.
but I got it. It's
But-
Dre,
Yeah, I need to talk about Eazy-E in the future.
right?
Talk about that,
No doubt.
yeah, man. I'll Then Sunday, of course, is the albums I like to fuck to.
Oh boy,
So,
that's gonna be interesting. That will be interesting. You should have like a whole playlist of shit that you have.
nah, because YouTube been on my ass for these copyright bullshits and shit, man.
Right.
Because even when we played some music last night,
Yes.
they were like, "We have some information about your video. We know that you played a couple songs, so nothing bad's gonna happen. We're gonna have a few ads playing." I'm like, "Okay,
Wow.
y'all make it out seem like I don't delete my video. Like, okay, I don't mind the ads playing my fucking video." Yeah,
Well, you got 1K now. I think they're gonna start looking at your channel. Like I probably could get away with it still on my channel. So you know what I mean? If I ever hit 1K, then I gotta stop it. But I could get away with it right now.
Shit. But other than that, I hope everyone has a good night. Stay tuned for tomorrow, and make sure y'all stay tuned because me and Kuji gonna do a what the fuck video tomorrow too.
Yes.
I gotta let Ash know that we gotta do the Prince Ali
Oh my God.
next week. So good night,
All
y'all.
right. All right. Peace.
Peace. I hit you up.